Hello, and welcome to this review of the Scandalous historical romance book series by Caroline Linden. I'm Olivia, your favorite resource for book recommendations you can easily screenshot. You're watching Random Olive Reads. Book 1 is Love and Other Scandals. Joan is the plump and tall daughter of a baronet who is practically a spinster and has an overbearing mother. While she's delivering a message to her brother to attend an upcoming ball, she encounters her brother's friend, Tristan, staying at her brother's lodgings. Although Tristan does not typically attend society events, he's intrigued and irritated by Joan, so he seeks her out at the next ball. This ball ends up being pretty eventful for Joan and Tristan as he scandalizes her with his behavior, insults her, but also dances with her and kisses her. It's an amusing mix of actions here that leave Joan and Tristan totally confused about how they feel about each other. Joan's mother disapproves of Tristan due to his scandalous reputation and tries to get Joan to promise that she will avoid him in the future. However, as Joan's parents and brother need to leave town, Joan's brother asks Tristan to look after her and visit her. There's a slow buildup of real feelings between Tristan and Joan here, both getting over their initial reaction to each other. It Takes a Scandal is book 2 of the series. We start with a tragic prologue for Sebastian, where he's injured from war. His former best friend is accusing him of eloping with his younger sister, and his madman of a father has gone missing. Life is pretty awful for Sebastian. Fast forward 6 or 7 years, and the wealthy Weston family has moved to town so that heiresses Abigail and Penelope have the chance of meeting more gentleman suitors. Abigail happens to meet Sebastian in the adjoining property when her mother's puppy runs into the woods. He's hesitant to introduce himself or spend any time with Abigail, probably because of his own tarnished and impoverished circumstances. Despite his reticence, Abigail is intrigued by him. They continue to accidentally meet in the woods until they start purposefully meeting there, and it's a slow burn romance as Abigail learns Sebastian's secrets. At some point, Sebastian's former friend Benedict joins the story to serve as a rival for Abigail's affections, but her choice between the two men is pretty obvious to everyone else. All's Fair in Love and Scandal is book 2.5 of the series, and it is just a quick little novella. Douglas is wagered by his somewhat disreputable friend to dance with Madeline, the somewhat aloof widow who stands at the sidelines of balls. Upon rejection, Douglas is faced with an even bolder wager: unmask Madeline as the author of a scandalous pamphlet. While the reader is unsure of uh, if Madeline is the anonymous authoress, we do know that she writes some sort of column and passes it on to a publisher. She tries to maintain her distance from society while still being invited everywhere so that she can collect gossip from society events. She's also completely wary and skeptical of Douglas's attentions, even though she's attracted to him. Douglas aims to spend more time with Madeline, escorting her places and attempting to flirt with her. Their acquaintance grows over the next couple weeks until Douglas is convinced that he will not expose her in any way, and Madeline is completely unsure of herself and her feelings. This one wraps up pretty quickly. Love in the Time of Scandal is book 3 of the series. We start with another tragic prologue, this time from Benedict's point of view, where we highlight just how cruel his earl of a father is and why he might behave in certain ways. The main story starts with Penelope being bored and lonely at a ball now that her friend and sister have gotten married in book 1 and 2 of the series. Penelope is trying to be supportive of her new friend's suitor, but quickly realizes that friend is talking about Benedict, the man who previously courted Penelope's sister and turned his back on a childhood friend. With his prior experience with Benedict, Penelope is wary of his actual affection for her friend. Benedict tries to make friends with Penelope, but they end up bickering instead, and ultimately Benedict blames Penelope for not being able to secure an engagement with that other lady. However, when Penelope ends up being the subject of scandalous rumors, Benedict steps up and decides to marry her. For two people who can't seem to agree on anything, it's interesting to see how they find common ground. This book has lots of drama with a treacherous villain in the background, plus dealing with Benedict's horrible father. A Study in Scandal is book 3.5 of the series, which is a quick novella about Samantha, who is Benedict's younger sister. She runs away from an unwanted engagement. So Samantha's cruel father has decided to punish her by arranging a marriage to a monstrous Marquess's son. She seizes the opportunity to run away, nearly gets kidnapped, and then is rescued. Gray is the son of a duke and also a painter who instantly feels protective of Samantha, even though she pretends to have forgotten who she is and will not reveal what she's running from. In exchange for room and protection, Samantha assists Gray in his art studio and poses as his model. While the romantic relationship between Samantha and Gray develops swiftly, there's the looming danger of being caught by her father. 6 Degrees of Scandal is book 4 of the series, and this one starts with a heartbreaking prologue where Olivia and James meet as youths, are nearly engaged, and then Olivia is married off in exchange for money for her father's debts. 10 years later, Olivia is widowed and being pursued by one of her late husband's associates looking for smuggled treasure. When Olivia flees London to try to investigate a lead, she is soon caught by James, who vows to assist her and secure her safety. He's been feeling guilty and regretful ever since he missed his chance to marry her all those years ago. We get these two partnering up to solve the mystery that her late husband left behind and rekindling their lost love. It was super interesting to uncover the mystery and see it tie back to the characters from previous books in the series. And we do actually unmask the writer of the notoriously scandalous pamphlet that has been a key feature of almost all of these books. Finally, The Secret of My Seduction is book 4.5 of the series, another quick novella here with Bathsheba asking for betting lessons from Liam, the publisher of her anonymously penned naughty novels. Bathsheba is running out of ideas and experience for her books, so she figures some hands-on research is needed. While Liam tries to reject her at first, he soon realizes that he doesn't want her turning to anyone else for help. As they spend more time together, Liam slowly realizes that he wants to keep Bathsheba in his life for good. So this series was tied together mostly by this secret scandalous pamphlet that the women are reading throughout the series. The series makes the most sense to read in order as the events from book 2, 3, and 4 build upon each other, and there's this overarching mystery involved with this guy who's pursuing Olivia. Overall, I really liked reading the series and seeing how the characters interact with each other across the books. There was a really nice buildup of the relationship of Olivia and James, who are the main characters of book 4, with hints that we could see even as early as book 1. The novellas added to the series by giving some of the side character siblings their happily ever afters as well. Thank you so much for watching this video. Links to all of these books are in the description box. Like and subscribe to get updates, and you can follow me on Instagram at randomolive.